Hi, I'm Charles99 and I'm here with Diamond Reports.
Hello.
And we're going to be doing a deep dive in from the trade deadline.
Alright.
What move do you want to start with first?
I don't know. Whichever movie you want to start with, I don't care.
Well, let's start with the three-team trade involving Trevor Bauer to the Reds for Yasiel Puig, and then that included the Padres as well. I don't really remember the full details to it.
Yeah, the Reds got a big prospect. I think his name was like Taylor Trammell or something.
Yeah.
And the Indians got a big haul too.
Yeah, and so, yeah, I feel like that trade didn't. I feel like that trade made the Reds worse, set up the Padres to be better in a few years, and really help the Indians now.
The Indians they got Puig and Franmil Reyes in return, two solid outfielders. And
Yeah.
a couple other prospects too.
Yeah, the Cleveland definitely won that trade.
Yeah, the Cleveland won that trade too.
Then the White Sox sent Nate Jones and international pro money to the Rangers. I don't really remember what they got though.
Yeah, Nate Jones is solid. I think that was a pretty minor trade.
Yeah. The Cubs traded Martin Melander to the Astros in exchange for Tony Kemp. As a Cubs fan, I'm glad to see Melander gone as he's not good offensively. And Tony Kemp...
I think Tony Kemp's a solid, he's a solid player. I think the Cubs, out of all teams, I think the Cubs would know how to use him.
Yeah. I'm glad we got rid of Melander as he's not good offensively. And we already have Contreras and Corantini, and we have Taylor Davis down in Iowa, who can be called up if we really needed another catcher.
Yeah, but I think Maldonado is pretty solid defensively, though. I think he's a good, solid defensive catcher, but still, I think the Cubs won that trade.
Yeah, he's great defensively, but what we really need right now is offense. So that's why I was glad to see him go.
Yeah.
Then the Rays traded Jake Frey to the Brewers in exchange for Jesus Aguilar. I'm very happy with this deal, as that gets rid of a big bat that's really not done really good things against my Cubs, and that he takes them away from the Brewers for a decent pitcher. I like this trade, and I think the Rays won it.
Yeah, I think the Rays won this trade too. Aguilar has a lot of upside. I like Jacob Ferrier personally, but I think the Rays did win this trade. Even though Jesus Aguilar has been struggling. Still.
Yeah. And then the Brewers acquired Drew Pomeranz and Ray Blatt from the Giants. Those were two solid pickups for the Brewers.
Yeah, even though Drew Pomeranz once again has been struggling.
Yeah. He has been, but still, he could do well. The Athletics acquired Tanner Roark from the Reds, and that could really help them if they want to try and make a push for the wild card spot. That's another solid pitcher for them. And it takes out another solid pitcher from the Cubs division.
Yeah.
Then the Nationals added Daniel Hudson, Rinus Elias, and Hunter Strickland all in separate trades, and really tried to help their bullpen.
Yeah, I think those trades really helped their bullpen. Sean Doolittle, and not just Sean Doolittle, but the entire Nationals bullpen has been struggling. I think Strickland and Elias are two solid pickups. I don't know much about this guy Hudson, but who knows?
Yeah, I don't know much about Hudson either. However, Ellis has, in 44 games, has only 14 saves and like a 4.04 ERA. So it's not the greatest, but it definitely does help.
It really does, yeah.
And then the Diamondbacks landed Zach Gallen from the Marlins, which was a good pickup.
Yeah, I don't know what the Marlins were doing in this trade. Gallen's like a solid young, he's a pitcher, right, Gallen?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a solid pitcher. I've heard a lot about him. I don't really watch a lot of AAA ball, but I've heard a lot about him.
Yeah. And then the Phillies went out and got themselves another good bat and outfielder in Corey Dickerson. And I feel like that's really going to help their team if they want to make a playoff push.
Yeah, Corey Dickerson's been struggling too. But
yeah, but still, he can turn it around, and he's a great ball player. I really like him, and I'm glad he's moving on from the Cubs division.
Yeah.
And then the Dodgers are calling Jed Gracco from the Cardinals. I feel like that's a decent trade. Not the greatest, but not the worst.
Yeah, and I mean, the Dodgers could have done a lot better, you know? They could have gotten Felipe Vasquez, but I heard the asking price was too high.
Yeah.
I heard they were asking for the number one prospect, Galvin Lux, in return.
Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure the Dodgers then called him up yesterday, I believe, as well.
No, I don't think it was Galvin Lux, it was another prospect. They might have called him up, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure the Dodgers called up one of their top prospects yesterday.
It wasn't Galvin Lux, though, it was another guy, you know.
Yeah. And then the Braves have called Shane Green from the Tigers, which I feel is a great move to really help their bullpen and really helps them put them in a spot to be a real contender.
Yeah, one of their struggles, I think, for years has been their pitching and their bullpen. Even though Mike Soroka has been great this year, I still think that, you know, their bullpen has been, ever since they lost Kimball, has been just bad.
Yeah.
And Vizcaino was out for the year, too, so.
And then, this is one of my favorite trades to happen. The Cubs have called Nicholas Castellanos from the Tigers. He's a nice bat, and I think he's really could help the Cubs try and make a push. And I'm really excited for him to join my Cubs.
Yeah, this dude really cares about winning. I think he's one of those guys who I thought was going to get traded for years. And he was like the JT Realmuto of the AL, you know. He's been requesting it for years, and now I'm glad that he's on a winning team.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see him play, and I really hope we re-sign him in the offseason.
Yeah.
And we only had to give up a single-A and a double-A prospect for him, so I feel like it was a good trade.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
And then the Giants also acquired Steven Jeanette from the Reds.
Yeah, I think that this was one of the most underrated trades of the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Most underrated. Because they didn't give up a lot. What did they give up?
I think maybe prospects, I think. I don't really remember.
I'm going to see what they gave up.
Yeah. I feel like the Giants, I feel like they should have been sellers more than buyers, because I feel like Steven Jeanette, like, obviously he helps the team. He's an all-star caliber player. But I don't really feel like they really, yeah. It was a great trade, but I feel like they really didn't need another middle infielder.
They have Joe Panic, you know.
Yeah, and Brandon Crawford at shortstop.
I'm just going to say this. They just announced the suspensions for you remember the Amir Garrett fight with the Pirates and the Reds?
Yeah.
They just announced the suspensions right now.
Oh, what are those suspensions?
You know that guy, what's his name, Kella on the Pirates?
Yeah.
He's getting 10 games. Amir Garrett's getting 8 games. And the manager, David Bell, is getting 6 games. But there's 8 suspensions in total. So they haven't announced the rest yet.
Yeah. That was a big fight.
Yeah, it was pretty entertaining, though.
Yeah. And then the biggest move, the move that I dreaded the most, was the Astros acquired Zach Greinke.
I personally could not believe that this trade happened.
Me neither.
I personally couldn't believe it.
The Astros now have the 3 best starting pitchers all have an ERA of under 3 in Greinke, Cole, and Verlander. And then the 4th pitcher, Wade Miley, only has a 3.06 ERA.
I know. This makes them very dangerous. But to be honest, I think both teams did good in this trade.
Yeah. The Diamondbacks are really struggling, and so it definitely helps them by getting a ton of prospects. But still, Zach Greinke,
yeah.
And he signed for another 6 years, I'm pretty sure.
I think the Astros also did good in keeping their top 2 prospects in this trade, Kyle Tucker and Forrest Whitley.
Yeah.
They're both 2 great prospects. they gave up number 3 and 4, but I have to give them credit for not giving up 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And the Diamondbacks got rid of a huge contract, which will really help them develop in the future.
Yeah. And then another trade is the Mets went out and got Marcus Stroman. Now, what I think the Mets should do is they have a good starting pitchers and they have some solid fielders with Jeff McNeil, Michael Conforto, and Pete Alonso. And then they have one of the best starting lineups. I say you go out in free agency and you pick up a few more hitters and you get a bullpen and you try and compete next year.
Yeah, that guy Jed Lowry, he hasn't played a game as a Met yet. I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah.
But, if they get him back, then that's a solid bet.
And I predicted them to be my dark horse to make playoffs this year. They did not do that, but next year if they can really get a bullpen and maybe 1 to 2 more hitters, I could see them not being I could have them as a dark horse of winning their division. And
they could still do it. Who knows?
They have a good team.
I think every team in the National League except the Marlins could make the playoffs this year.
Yeah. So yeah, you go ahead.
So yeah, I think that even the Reds have been having an underrated year. I mean, they just picked up Trevor Bauer. I'm not saying that they're gonna win the division, but I think that they can probably make the wild card if they, step it up a little bit.
Yeah. And then, so who do you now think is the best odds to win the World Series?
After the trade deadline, I think it's probably maybe the Houston Astros. I think they have a great rotation. They could probably win the World Series this year. But hey, I'm a Yankees fan, so I'm hoping that, Severino coming back could help us.
Yeah. I personally think that the Astros are going to win the World Series, but I do think an AL team is going to win for the next 5-6 years. But then in the NL, if the Cubs start being consistently and players start returning to their full potential, I can see them maybe beating the Dodgers and getting to the World Series, but I do not see them winning.
Yeah, I think Chris Bryant is he has a lot of untapped potential. It's not like he's bad, but he's
He's not performing at his 2016 year, but he's performing in his 2017 form, which he finished 4th in MVP voting. So he's not having a bad year, but people just need to start picking it up a little more and not be so inconsistent. I can definitely see the Cubs making a run for it.
Especially with Nick Castellanos.
Yeah. He's going to really help us as a bat. So I'm really hoping the Cubs can make something happen. Plus, the Dodgers usually do choke in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, putting that into effect also makes it more realistic the Cubs might have a chance.
Yeah.
So, thank you for coming on my podcast, and make sure you go follow him at Diamond Reports. Great baseball content. And thanks for listening. Thanks for coming on, Diamond Reports.
Okay, thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming on.